You had some interesting comments on some of your other podcasts that you've done. You said more men should get their feet done.
Yeah, pedicures.
Right. Because you said some of these feet out there look like they've been kicking 9/11 debris.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of you dudes' feet look like y'all been kicking 9/11 debris, nigga. You know where I got that? I forget where I was coming from. Dude, I am not exaggerating, man. There was this one dude who had to be at least like close to 300 pounds, Samoan motherfucker. And when he was at the airport and he had to take his shoes off, he ain't had no socks on. Vlad, it took everything in me not to grab my phone and personally record this motherfucker shit from 2 inches away. I've never seen such heinous feet. I mean, the nails past the meat of the toes, the back of the ankle chafed and scarred up. I said, this nigga looked like he been kicking 9/11 debris. Nothing but glass, soot, metal, and steel. It was horrific. And I say, even when I talk about it in my stand-up, again, men, we tend to be so homophobic that we associate anything that ain't deemed macho gay. I was gay is feminine. Number one, it's a great stress reliever. It feels amazing. Two, if you're gonna put the top down on your Cadillac, make sure your interior is tight. There's nothing, and listen, women like, no woman wanna be in the bed with a man with alligator claws ripping up sheets and calves. You know what I'm saying? And listen, when I don't have a pedicure, I gotta sock it up, because my shit is rough. But when I get a pedicure, nigga, I'm the Muhammad Ali of feet. I'm pretty, nigga. My shit is pretty.
You talked about how women like to say that black men who marry white women don't love their moms.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous. You know, listen, love is love. You know, loyalty is hard to find, trust is hard to find, love is hard to find, friendship. And if you find all of those qualities in somebody that just is not the same pigmentation as you, who gives a fuck what other people think? Life is short, man. Do you? But and I'm all for the love and the celebration of my sisters and my black queens. And I always said, for me personally, if I ever get married again, who I have my legacy with, a family with, it's gonna be a black woman or a Hispanic woman. You know, my one baby mother black, the other Puerto Rican. That's my taste. But if it just so happens to not be a black women, stop. That's because you don't like your mother. What a ridiculous fucking thing to say. That you don't like your mother just because you choose to procreate and share a legacy with somebody who is not black? That is ridiculous. I don't love my mama? That is the most asinine thing to ever fucking say.
Dion Cole said this in his stand-up, we talked about it in our last interview. Do you feel that black women give a harder time to black men who date outside the race as opposed to black men giving a hard time to black women who date outside the race?
No, men don't give a fuck what pussy you get, because we know it's pussy. You know, and black women only get upset when it's a black man of value. When you're Denzel, when you're Michael Jordan, if you're the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, if you're in the 50% tax bracket, then it matters. Because it's like, you know, they look at it like almost, if the shit hits the fan, then why put that money in another community? At least if it don't work with a black woman, you keep the money in the community. Now, as a man that is about to have half his shit taken, I could give a fuck about the community. Don't take half my shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking about that, because black women fuck black men over in divorce court just as much as white women.
True.
So let's stop that myth that somehow being with a black woman, because that's another thing they say. See, that's what happened when you date outside your own. Man, please. A black woman will take a man to court just as fast as a white bitch.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know how many basketball players I've interviewed who had black wives who wiped them out.
Yeah.
Wiped them out.
Yeah. A tsunami knows no color.
Yeah, and look, as someone who's dated black women most of my dating life, you know, early on I had, you know, some black men make little snide comments. We were walking by and stuff like that. No one's ever actually approached us. You but I've had little looks and stuff like that. I mean, I've never, but I'm also living in California and New York. I'm in places, I'm sure down south in the Bible Belt, things might have gone a little bit differently.
Right.
But people gonna hate, and I think a lot of times it is like the high value part. It's like no one cares about the white dude dating the fat, ugly black girl, but if the white dude that got the bad black girl, people are gonna feel some type of way about it.
Right.
Maybe. Because there's some jealousy.
Right.
Yeah. I remember the one time I had someone approach me negatively about Vlad TV, was at an airport, and he saw me with my lady, and he kept staring at her, and then when I walked over, he was like, oh, damn, and then he like walked up to us and like said something nasty to me about Vlad TV. But it's like, oh, he was just looking at the girl, and he thought maybe he had a chance. And when I showed up, it was, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think there's a jealousy thing. I think men are men, and they go think, oh, I can hit it better than him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he not hitting it right. Like, I get that type of stuff. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm a white man. I'm in black, have in multiple long-term relationships with black women. I don't really know what it's like on the other side. But, I've had black male friends where black women have given them a hard time over the white girl thing.
Listen, man, and you like what you like, and you like what you like for certain reasons. There is nothing more intoxicating than spooning a black woman with your arm around her waist in the dead of winter, lying in bed with the heat on, and you ingest all that cocoa butter and Luster's pink oil moisturizer. That is wonderful. Now, and don't get me wrong, I'll fuck a white bitch till her hair fall out, but that's the problem. There's a lot of shedding with white women. They shed a lot. So I don't know that I want hair streaks in my bed.
I don't know, man. There's these white girls coming out of Australia with these bodies that are like, I don't know what's going on with the water or the food or whatever.
I gotta book a flight to Australia.
you gotta go to Australia. You know what I'm saying?
See if it's what you say it is.
I'm telling you. I mean, like I'm a porn guy, so I'm seeing some of these porn scenes, and it seems like all the thick white girls are all out of Australia.
Foster's Australian for beer.
I'm just saying, something's going on. Something's going on.
Thick as a Foster's can.
Iggy Azalea was just the first one. There's a whole floodgate. They came in after him.
Well, welcome.
The thick white girls.